Hello my friends, I am the There Is No Hope for Humanity Left FlightlessBird, bringing you today our blind Let's Play of Virtue Last Reward, the sequel to 999, and oh, the dots. That's all I really have to say right now. I mean, I really shouldn't be playing this game. I am way too optimistic of a person to be playing this game because I see the best in people and they just seem to let me down. But you know what? I always say we have to be true to ourselves. So even though we have been betrayed time and time again, we can't let that go. You know what, Tenmyoshi, you're a jerk. I'm sorry, you're a jerk. I just had to say it. There's no excuses you can give right now. You and Alice can go jump in a lake. For all I care. You know what? There's actually a river in the garden. Go jump in the river and just like disappear because. Okay, with that sort of rant over, let's get back to playing our game. Yeah, if you missed the last episode, if you can't tell, we chose to ally with Tenmyoshi because he seemed like a cool guy and he chose to betray. So we find ourselves once again back to 1 BP.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Why? Tenmyoshi, why? I trusted you, dude.
Look, I said I was sorry.
That doesn't mean that it's okay. I mean, you can't go up to someone and just like punch him in the face and say, oh, I'm sorry, man. And then go punch someone else in the face and say, oh yeah, I'm sorry. You know, we're cool now, right? Because I said I'm sorry. No, that's not how this thing works. All the dots. Yes. You see Sigma and I? We're on the same page right now. All the dots. All the double dots.
See? I told you. A soft heart is the easiest to break.
Is this why I'm single? Because the software is easy to break.
Do you understand what kind of game this is now?
It doesn't matter. I just tell me one thing, Tenmyoshi. Why did you do it? It's like watching a wrestling show, you know, when a heel turns and all the fans are like, why? It's like, no one cares why. I mean, seriously, it's not like the wrestler ever says, oh, I did because of this. He'll just make up some nonsensical thing and, yeah, everyone will hate him. I mean, that's just how it is.
Are you serious?
See? Told you he's not gonna tell me anything.
Someone's dead, and not just dead, murdered. I got no reason to think that murderer wasn't one of you.
See? Told you. That's a nonsensical reason. Hey, you know, I wasn't the murderer, so I'm just going to betray everyone because one of you other 8 people had to be evil.
Only an idiot trusts someone he's never met when there's a killer on the loose. You think I had a choice?
Yes, you did. You could have pressed the ally. Or actually, you know what? You could have pressed nothing at all, and you automatically would have allied. What a concept. Oh, the dots. Yeah, all the dots. I'm talking way too much. I'm just so flustered. I'm the flustered flightless bird right now. The flustered flightless bird. There's a tongue twister for you. Go say that 100 times.
Right. I think that's enough for me. I'm old, and I'm tired. So tired.
Tenmyoshi just shuffled off. Same weight I'd seen earlier, sitting heavy on his shoulders. It was only then I noticed an angry voice nearby.
Hey!
I so should have let Alice win, and then I could have felt better because it wasn't my fault, right? No, that's a coward way out.
What the hell is this?
Hey, look, lady, I was gonna choose ally, I swear to God. But just as I'm about to do it, this little bastard runs in and hits the betray button.
What?
Oh, come on. Really gonna just try and play it dumb, huh? You're a manipulative little twerp, aren't you?
Quark, is he telling the truth?
You know, on the plus side, I can sit back and laugh at this whole situation, knowing Alice betrayed me last time. So the shoe is on the other foot now. Ha!
Were you the one who chose betray?
No! I didn't do anything! I didn't have a chance to do anything before Mr. Dio pressed the button! I'm telling the truth! I promise!
Sure, kid. Whatever.
See, I love this because they're blaming each other, and it's so great because you don't know who's actually telling the truth. See, this I find entertaining. Alice, you can have them.
The cute and innocent act isn't gonna work.
No!
Fine. You just wait.
Alice turned on a heel and stormed off before Quirk could reply, leaving him alone with Dio.
Man, this is all your fault, Quirk.
My fault? Why are you blaming me? How could you do that, Mr. Dio?
Okay, so, if you're watching this video, do me a favor, in the comment section below, tell me, who do you think is actually telling the truth? Do you think it's Quirk, or do you think it's Dio? We may not ever find out the answer, but I just want to see from your reactions which one do you believe more.
You're a jerk.
I moved away silently to let them stare daggers at one another. It seemed that theirs wasn't the only team facing some friction, however.
We aren't trying to blame you.
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray?
No, again, it doesn't. All the dots. All the dots.
Forget it. I understand now. It was silly of me to trust you guys.
Oh, please don't do that, Luna. Don't lose faith in humanity like some birds. The air in the room seemed to turn thick and sour, hanging over us like a brooding, angry cloud. Then again, she does have one of our kind entrapped in her necklace, so it was a grim omen of darker times to come.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1.
Plus, in order to get to 9 points, you have to at least have 2 rounds, you dumb bunny.
If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
All the dots. All the double dots.
They're already open.
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon Round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Moon cards. Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Of course, you could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,9,004,897.
You know, at the way we're going, guys, we're over 2 on doors. We're never gonna make it past this round. Like, round 2 is always gonna be game over.
Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
All the dots. All the double dots. Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know, can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you had to have 3 people, exactly?
Yeah, so?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes! They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way?
All the dots.
Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Bio.
I have a feeling we've heard this all before, but I don't know what we have heard and what we haven't heard, so we're just gonna go with it because last episode I was expecting to do a lot of cutting and it ended up being completely different, so yeah.
I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Die.
Yes.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep.
I'm sorry, I like that.
When someone dies on a TV show. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
All the dots. All the double dots.
Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
I guess it's not gonna be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Alas or Siggy.
Or Fido.
Or maybe Mooney.
He's listing all the people with 1 BP.
Or maybe everyone.
Everyone. What? Oh, the dots.
Why?
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules. I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty
I mean, the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate, and we'll die.
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
I get it. Sigma, Phi, Alice, and I only have 1 BP. If any of us chose Ally and got betrayed, our BP would drop below 0.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
You know what this actually perpetuates if you think about it? A never-ending cycle. Because after the first round, the people with 1 PP, if you care more about your survivability than anything else, people with 1 BP would always choose Betray. Therefore, the people with 6 BP would also always choose Betray because they know that the person with 1 PP could die if they choose Ally and you chose Betray. If you're with someone who has 1 BP, then you're going to choose Betray again because even though they only have 1 BP, again, the risk of you dying is still there. If you have 6 BP and you're with someone who has 6 BP, then you're always going to choose Betray because you know the person with 6 BP betrayed before to get 6 BP. So what this does is it creates an endless cycle where the only choice you actually have is to betray if you want to stay alive. Because if you don't betray, you die. It's very... yeah, it's almost like an eternal loop.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well...
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the 9 door. There were rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it's possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building or if your heart stopped. If your BP at 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you.
Uh-oh! One last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets! Have a look! The color's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, my color's changed. It's now purple. It's purple now. Why do you say a word like magenta? Yeah, it's magenta now. I don't know what magenta is.
Mine's magenta too.
Me too. Hey, wait. It wasn't just the color that changed. I'm a solo now.
Looks like Clover and I are still pairs, though.
I'm a yellow pair now.
I am yellow as well, but it seems I'm still a pair.
Then who's the yellow solo?
Me. Still a solo. Looks like I'm cyan.
I'm a cyan pair. Aren't you one too?
Yeah. Says pear, and the color's cyan.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything!
All the dots. Even more dots.
Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right? I'll never see you guys again.
Go cry me a river. Actually, go cry me an actual river and then throw Alice and Temyoji in it. How's that?
Did you really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? Yeah. You evil rabbit.
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching.
That's creepy. I think I said that last time too. Well, it still is creepy.
Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Have a nice tragedy.
All the dots. All the double dots.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah, looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up.
Let's split up, gang. Again, she missed the opportunity to say that.
5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so.
Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then.
Now again, I'm willing to say, hey, you know, if anything changed, I'm willing to cut. But at this point, I'm not willing to cut anything because I have no idea what's changed or what hasn't changed. We're just gonna go with it, and I hope you guys enjoy the ride with me.
Any objections?
None. There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. Are you gonna stay behind again? I was the only person who stayed behind. Darn it. How the heck did I end up here anyway? Why? Why me? All the dots. All the double dots. Try as I might. Couldn't think of anything that I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't ticked anyone off? Well, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody money. My family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a big fat ransom payment for me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete. I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? Nah. Had I hacked into some terrorist group server? Nah. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yeah. But it was just the one time. And she was the one who went after me. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been inducted and put in Nonary Game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? Thought back to what I'd been doing right before it was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. All the dots. All the double dots. December 25th, 2028. Early morning, California desert. The moon was beautiful. I just finished writing a paper due that day. I was heading to my car from the research building. The parking lot was empty, and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I looked at the clock, it had said it was 2 in the morning, which meant today was Christmas Day. So why was I at school typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, My home computer, I suddenly decided to eat garbage. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to campus to use one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry, I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I got was that one cold email. Try as I might, couldn't get in touch with her either. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we were planning to going to. Somehow I didn't think drinking by myself around a bunch of happy couples would really be a good idea. At any rate, I stayed up all night to finish my paper and emailed it to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper. Perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Nothing happened. Huh? I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise like metal on metal and fell silent. God darn it! You stupid piece of garbage! First my computer, now my car? I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing seemed to work. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... Huh? What? What the heck is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door, and for a moment I thought it was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. And it wasn't long before I realized the truth. Darn it! Open, god darn it! What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rear-view mirror. But I was certain there was someone behind my car. Spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. All the dots. All the dots. When they opened up, I was in the AB room with Phi. All the dots. All the dots. Why is this happening to me? Spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. Figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, I needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head, stood up straight, and headed off. Lounge, infirmary, or fecal quarters. So once again, we get a couple choices. Before we do that, let's take a break. And let's look at the secret files from the previous room, because I was told that all of these should be okay to read. Let's do it. A Sopral B, or Beta. One of the drugs used by the Nonary bracelets, and an extremely powerful anesthetic. It is the first drug injected when a participant breaks one of the rules. The drug also appeared in Virtue's Last Award's sister title, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. It was created by Mr. H. Hongao, who was the president of Cradle Pharmaceuticals and appeared in 999. He developed it by extracting and purifying an alkaloid from a variety of mandrake. High usage can lead to some side effects, including severe memory loss. It can also be aerosolized and used as anesthetic or knockout gas. Oh, that's what knocked us out. Okay. Tuberculine. One of the drugs used by the Nonary bracelets, an extremely powerful muscle relaxant. This is the second drug injected by the bracelet if a rule is broken. The tuberculine is injected 9 minutes after the soap roll. Causes the respiratory muscles to cease functioning, and the body perishes from lack of oxygen. Tuberculine or tuberculine is a component in some of the poisons used by indigenous populations in South America, who tip their arrows with poison when hunting. It can be counteracted with a cholinesterase inhibitor? Something, I don't know. But it's not clear if the Nonary Game facility has any of the antidote available. ADAM. Acronym for the Automatic Diagnosis and Analysis Machine. This device uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose anyone put into it. It's similar to the MRI machines you might find in modern-day hospitals, only much smaller and more efficient. An advanced computer built into the device can automatically diagnose most issues and ailments. If the subject of a diagnosis is already deceased, the ADAM can perform a virtual autopsy to determine the cause of death. Newspaper excerpt. Radical 6 infection spread. Cure continues to elude authorities. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The World Health Organization has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have surpassed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Pandemic. When an epidemic spreads beyond a certain area, it becomes a pandemic. Some historical pandemics include cholera, typhoid fever, tuberculosis, the black plague, smallpox, and, of course, as we know it today, COVID. Certain influenza outbreaks have also reached pandemic or near-pandemic levels of infection. In Spain in 1918, an influenza outbreak was said to have caused 40 to 50 million deaths. The Spanish influenza, yes. Radical 6. A powerful virus worldwide spread is an integral part of the story. If you want to know what Radical and 6 mean, you'll just have to play the game and find it. Oh, really? This is supposed to be a gold file, and the gold file's like, ha ha. No, we're not telling you anything. Tough luck. Injection gun. A powerful syringe that uses easily swappable vials. Well, that was a big load of hooey. Although we did learn about, what did we learn? We learned that it takes 9 minutes for the tuberculine to infect. We also learned that, yeah, that's all we learned. That's all we learned. All right, so where do we want to go? I don't remember the order we went last time, but I remember the crew quarters was last. So why don't I make this second, and we'll go to the room we were in first. So we'll go infirmary, crew quarters, and lounge. Okay. I don't know if there's a difference, but, you know, that's the way we're gonna roll. Infirmary.
Sigma, huh? What do you want?
Nothing from you. What? I just came to check up on you.
Oh. I thought maybe you were here to kill me.
No. Actually, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind, but I am a little bit upset at you. Why would I want to do that?
Because I betrayed you in the last AB game. I'm the reason you and Fire down to 1 BP.
Yeah, but I only want to throw you in the river and not kill you. Just, you know, make your clothes wet and make you uncomfortable. Yeah, but that's hardly a reason to kill you.
Maybe.
It was clear that conversation wasn't going anywhere. I shut my mouth and looked around the room. I wonder if we're going to find the antivirus here. So is it just you here?
On this side of the divider, yeah.
This side?
Quark's over there, having a look around. And there's... You really gonna make me say it?
Oh, the lady who was murdered, you mean? All the dots. All the dots. Yeah, you've been acting kind of weird ever since we found her. Why is that? So this is different because I think Clover and Alice were whispering behind the infirmary panel last time we came here.
What? Isn't that normal?
No?
We found a dead body. Who the hell doesn't get a little freaked out? What ain't normal is all of you just running around like nothing happened.
He does have a point.
Hell, some of you probably don't even remember she's in here.
That's just because we got a lot of other stuff to think about, like the fact I have 1 BP. Can you blame them for being a little single-minded? They're trying to escape from a game that's just made it clear has no problems killing them.
Oh, just trying to survive, huh?
Yeah.
Then don't you think we ought to figure out who killed her first?
What does that have to do with anything?
You don't think much, do you? I'll bet you a pound of neodymium the bastard who grabbed us is the same bastard who killed her.
And what is neo? It must be expensive.
Who else could it be?
If Zero is one of us, then you're saying one of us murdered the old lady? All the dots. All the double dots. You saw it too, right? The person in the gas mask.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything?
Not really. The gas made pretty short work of me. Me and Quark.
What? You and Quark were grabbed together?
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
Is he your grandson?
So what if he is? Why do you want to know? That doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here.
Well, that's new information, right? But what if it does? Maybe it'll shed some light on something else.
I'm pretty sure it won't.
Why is that?
Quark's got nothing to do with this.
So it's got something to do with you then?
What is it, goddammit? What do you want? Why don't you just leave me alone?
Because you're suspicious. Oh, so apparently in the future they have Among Us because Sigma susses Tenmyoji. That's a game that I actually have not played. I've seen people play it online, but you know, in order to truly enjoy that game, you have to have 9 other people that you know, have friendship with, because it's more fun if you play with friends. And I really don't have that, so yeah, whatever.
Wait, what? There's nothing suspicious about me.
Yeah? Alright, well, tell me this then. When and where did Zero Sr. abduct you?
Yeah, forgive me if I don't feel like spilling my guts to a guy who probably hates him right now.
Alright, fine then. I'll just ask Quark. Quark!
Hey, stop it. Quark! Don't tell him a damn thing!
Whoa, you're getting more suspicious by the... I started toward the partition as I spoke, with the intention of finding Quark. Is he gonna punch me in the face? I found him as I rounded the divider, but... he was just standing there. A blank, slightly confused look on his face. All the dots. All the dots. Quark? You alright there, bud? All the dots. All the double dots. Can you hear me?
Huh? What? Is something happening?
Oh god, he's already infected? I turned to look at Tenmyoji. We went in the wrong room. That's what I'm thinking. We went in the wrong room. By the way, no, we're not even at a branching path either. We just went in the wrong room. I turned to look back at Tenmyoji. He looked back, confused. Weren't you listening to our conversation?
Yeah. You were just talking so fast. I couldn't really understand.
Fast?
My head felt kind of foggy, and I couldn't really make out what you were saying.
All the dots. All the double dots.
I'm fine now, though. Whatever it was seems to be gone.
Are you sure you're okay?
I think I'm just tired. Being stuck in this place is pretty exhausting. And...
You glanced at the bed in the back of the room. On it lay the body of the old woman. What? Tenmuji! What the heck were you thinking? You can't let Quark back here!
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Quark, get over here.
All the dots. All the double dots. Anyway. You're really sure you're okay now?
Yeah.
Maybe Luna should have a look at you. Supposedly, she's some sort of doctor.
I said I was fine. Gosh, Grandpa, you're such a worrier. You always freak out over nothing. I'm fine.
All the dots. All the double dots. Well, looks to me like you're doing fine. I guess we don't have anything to worry about.
Yep. Come on. Let's get back to work. I'm guessing you didn't find a secret passage somewhere, huh?
Nope.
I see.
Yeah. I'll go check up on the others then. Tenmuji, keep an eye on him, alright?
What, you think I need you to tell me that?
I grinned and turned toward the exit. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.